Turkey's pretty different compared to Australia.
It's not. So handmade on the blacksmith for trade. It gets that deep and it washes. I've been told there's something wrong. That's real.
Yeah.
We have a large collection of artefacts, and some in particular for which are very precious to us all are some of the artefacts that have been, I'd say, from Gallipoli, and we have them stored. Well, they're on display here. It is with the three crescents and stars. It's the Royal Ottoman flag. Before Turkey ended up a republic, this would have been brought back from Gallipoli somehow in duration of the fighting and for whatever else was happening. All about here. That was the distance between the two trenches. Well, it's an artefact that's quite important, really. It represents so much suffering from not just Turkey, from the Commonwealth countries and some of the eastern countries that were involved assisting the Commonwealth. But it's especially with the 100th anniversary, I think it has a bit more of a grip on history, and it's something that's not to be talked about lightly. It's something that's very, very important, and it should be preserved, and that's why it's here. All over in Turkey, or from
he works for an agency in Turkey, a news agency.
There's some Turkish. I can undo that so you can.
And then when you get out of the room, because she's not asking.
At a range of 1.5 miles. Some of the artefacts that we used in the First World War are pretty hard to get now. They're so rare. Crescent and star on the guard there. That saw service in Egypt and Gallipoli. It's not in bad condition, really. And there's a mark on it here.
What's that?
It's a Turkish cavalry sabre.
Okay.
And it's seen service. And this is the scabbard. So it's seen service, it's knocked about. And there's the Muslim crescent and star there. Now there's an inscription on the blade just up near the hilt on there. Can you see that?
Can you turn it a little bit?
Yeah, do you need a hand?
I don't know, I'd have to do it on my own in here. A bit awkward. We had to sneak away. I think the Turkish soldiers knew because they'd had it too. With what they'd identified, best the latrines, then they got into the bodies, then they got into the food, and it was a vicious circle. And the Australians were, and if you stood still and watched them, they were swelling up in the heat. They're not so much medals, but we have a little bit of small items. 90. That's the Snyder action. The conversion. If you paid me.
No, it doesn't sound like
After the battles, with bodies piled that high. Out of the, they use a lot of asbestos in taxidermy. All sorts of jobs.
Oh yeah.
In France. There's in Melbourne, St Kilda and Caulfield.
What's the bottles?
A third pint. People could see. And they used to do the gutters. There's see those what you drink out of with the first animal pack transport in New Guinea. They get executed. They should have been executed straight away. If you know what I mean.
Oh, no,
So it's mad. It's mad. Well, you wouldn't go to Melbourne if you didn't have to now.
Yeah.
And there's even she made you eat it.
That wasn't nice.
That's sick.
And with me.
So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
and serve their country and all that, and they're old and can't help themselves, so they can defend themselves later. They know how to think. And then, but before these,